Yin is sitting with her two friends in the classroom, Mina and Yuju. She continues chatting with her friends before her eyes eventually catch someone who captures all of her attention. She sees Jungkook entering the classroom with his male friends, Minju and Yoonwoo. There's also a girl accompanying them, Hannah. Unexpectedly, Jungkook's eyes meet hers, and they briefly lock gazes. Yin openly smiles at him, while Jungkook responds with a faint smile. Wow, the world seems to revolve only around them, and here we are telling stories while you ignore us, Yin. Well, Mina, someone who's in love feels like they're on cloud 9, right, Yin? You guys are exaggerating. Who says the world revolves only around me and him? The fact is, until now, we haven't even started dating. Then why don't you confess your love to him? Yeah, besides, it seems like Jungkook also likes you, in my opinion. I was planning to do that before, but there's something I need to consider from now on. What else do you need to consider? Never mind. I don't want to think about it right now. Yes, actually, Yin had planned to confess her feelings to Jungkook, but there's something she really needs to consider at the moment, and until now, Yin is actually monitoring the situation. Yin is currently in the library alone after their college classes have ended. She went to the campus library to choose books to borrow, and unexpectedly, she met Jungkook there. Hi Jungkook, you're here too? Yeah, are you alone? Yes, I am. Mina and Yuju went home early. I came here to borrow some books. What about you? Same here. But suddenly, oh Yin, you're here? What are you doing? I'm looking for some books. Hannah nods. Then she asks Jungkook, are you done? If you're finished, let's go home. Yeah, I found the book I was looking for. Let's go then. Yin, see you tomorrow. Okay. Are you still going to be here for a while, Yin? Yeah, I'm still going to be here because I'm still choosing the books I want to borrow. Alright then, see you tomorrow. Yin nods while giving a faint smile to both of them. Then Jungkook and Hannah immediately walk out of the library, and they both eventually leave. Yin continues to stare at their departure. Honestly, Yin feels jealous seeing Jungkook alone with Hannah. But even though she's jealous, Yin knows she's nobody to Jungkook at the moment. With a heavy sigh, she resumes searching for the books she wants to borrow in the library. Currently, Yin has arrived in her bedroom, and the closeness between Hannah and Jungkook earlier in the library actually ruined her mood. But what can she do? At the moment, she's nobody to Jungkook. Finally, she throws herself onto the bed, burying her head into the pillow. How close are they really? Could one of them actually have feelings for the other? I don't mind if they're friends as long as they're not alone together like that. This really makes me upset and frustrated. What should I do? Should I just give up? Can I fight for my own feelings? Well, for now, it's better for me to monitor. I can't decide yet. Yin picks up her phone, once again opening the conversation between her and Jungkook. For the past few days, Yin has been trying to approach him through messages. Thankfully, all of her messages have been responded to by him. Honestly, it makes her hope even more. Now she starts typing a message on her phone, hoping Jungkook will reply to her message as he did before. Jungkook, what are you doing? Are you busy? By the way, what book did you borrow from the library earlier? Yin immediately presses the send button and anxiously waits for his reply. Her eyes light up when she sees the indicator that her message has been read by him, and the indicator that Jungkook is typing finally appears in their chat room. Yin is genuinely happy, which means Jungkook is not ignoring her message. Shortly after, true enough, Jungkook's reply appears on her phone screen. I'm not busy. Actually, the book I borrowed earlier wasn't important. I just borrowed a comic. Wow, so you like reading comics after all? Well then, enjoy your free time. After sending her last message to him, Yin finally puts her phone on the bed and starts resting her eyes. Jungkook probably won't reply to the message right away. After a few seconds, her phone vibrates again. She quickly opens her eyes and grabs her phone. It turns out Jungkook is still willing to reply to her message. What about you? What are you doing? With excitement, she starts typing again. She simply can't ignore his message. Her heart even races as she reads that Jungkook is curious about what she's doing right now. Nothing much, just relaxing and planning to take a short nap. Alright then, have a good sleep. Yin chuckles softly, reading his reply. Actually, I wasn't planning to sleep deeply because I still have to wake up again for dinner. Okay then. Reading his reply, Yin's eyes widen. Her heart beats faster as if she just finished running a marathon. Why did Jungkook reply with a flower and heart? This is really not good for her heart. Oh my. Yin is ecstatic. She even kisses her phone screen repeatedly. Is this a dream? Is this a sign from him? It's unlikely that he would just send flowers and hearts to any girl, right? Not much different from Yin's situation. Jungkook also appears with a faint smile as he looks at his phone screen. Finally, he sighs before placing his phone on the nightstand and continues reading the comic. A few days later, one evening after returning from campus, Yin intended to buy coffee at a cafe. Eventually, she arrived at a cafe on the roadside not to hang out, but specifically to buy a cup of coffee and then take it home. As Yin stood at the counter to order coffee, her eyes unintentionally scanned the room and found Jungkook sitting with Hannah at a table. Their eyes met, Jungkook smiled at her, and she immediately returned the smile. Hannah followed his gaze and saw Yin standing there. She waved her hand and Yin waved back at them. Jungkook and Hannah seemed comfortable sitting opposite each other, separated by a table. Yin didn't know what they were talking about, but occasionally they laughed and seemed to enjoy each other's company. Yin no longer looked at them. Now she focused on waiting for her coffee, which would be ready soon. After paying at the cashier, she finally left the cafe. Just a few meters outside, someone suddenly called her. Yin, wait. Yin immediately stopped and turned around to face Jungkook, who was approaching her. What's up, Jungkook? Why did you leave so soon? Why didn't you join us first? I didn't plan to hang out. I just came to buy coffee from the start. Is that so? But since we've already met here, wouldn't you like to join us? No. Why not? Are you busy? Actually, I'm not busy. I just don't feel like hanging out. Jungkook looked silent, as if he was at a loss for words to talk to her. From her attitude, it was clear that she wasn't really interested in joining him. Well then, I'll head home. Enjoy your leisure time with Hannah. Jungkook didn't respond to her words. He stood there in silence. Finally, Yin turned around and left Jungkook standing alone, watching her departure. A few moments later, Yin arrived in her bedroom and placed the newly bought coffee on her study table. She sat down on the chair. It seemed that this time her heart was firm. She had decided to retreat and no longer fight for her love for Jungkook. Throughout the journey back from the cafe, she had thought carefully, and from now on, it seemed that Yin no longer needed to approach Jungkook anymore. Tonight, Yin's mood wasn't quite right. While she had decided not to approach Jungkook anymore, she couldn't deny that her feelings for him hadn't changed at all. She still liked him until this moment. Suddenly, her phone vibrated and she finally looked at the screen, showing a message from Jungkook. Yin, what are you doing? Are you busy? If not, may I call you? Yes, I'm busy. What's up, Jungkook? Is there something important that you have to call me about? Not really, I just want to chat. But if you're busy, never mind. Sorry if I bothered you. Yin decided not to reply to his last message. She chose to return to her bedroom and rest. Since Yin decided not to approach Jungkook anymore, she no longer responded to his messages enthusiastically. She only replied if she deemed it important. If it was just for small talk, she would ignore his messages. Similarly, at campus, the moments where they used to exchange glances and smiles were now gone. Yin tried to always divert her gaze so their eyes wouldn't meet anymore. On the other hand, Jungkook could truly feel the change in her attitude. He even realized when it started to change, and this was already the third day that Yin had been ignoring him. Yin, wait. Upon hearing his name being called, Yin immediately stopped in her tracks and turned around. Yin, can we talk for a moment? Sure, go ahead. I mean, can we find a place to sit and talk? What's up, Jungkook? What do you want to talk about? Yin, have I done something wrong to you? I've noticed you've been avoiding me for the past 3 days. You haven't done anything wrong at all, Jungkook. So, there's no need to worry. I know there must be something that's making you avoid me. If that's the case. So, you really are avoiding me? Yin didn't answer. She just looked at him with a slight smile. From her demeanor, Yin didn't deny what he said, even though she didn't admit it directly, and that was enough for him to understand. Yin, I'm sure you can also guess the direction of this conversation. Actually, I've been thinking that we might share the same feelings, but I want to confirm it now. I like you, Yin. Silence fell between them. There was no more talking. Now, it was just their eyes locked in a gaze. Finally, Yin smiled. Actually, I like you too, Jungkook. You must have noticed that I've been the one approaching you all this time, but I'm sorry. We can't be together. Why is that, Yin? If you also like me, why can't we date? Clearly, we have the same feelings. Because it seems that if we date, our relationship won't be as smooth as we hope. There's something that will become an issue. So, it's better if we don't start dating from the beginning. Yin, please explain to me what's really going on. I won't accept it if you reject me like this. So, explain to me what's really happening. Let's just not date. It's uncomfortable for me to explain it to you. But, can't you figure it out at all? I'm not in the mood for guessing games. I want you to explain it clearly. Alright. I'll tell you the truth. The reason I'm rejecting you even though I like you is because you're too close to Hannah. Because of her? Yes. I'm sorry, Jungkook, but I won't accept it if my boyfriend is close to another girl. I don't really mind if you're still friends with her, as long as you're not alone together and there are other friends around. I think that's normal socializing. But I've seen you two together several times, in the library, at the cafe, and if that happens when you're already my boyfriend, I definitely won't accept it. Honestly, I don't want to ruin your friendship, but if you continue like this with Hannah, it means I'm not compatible with you. Maybe if another girl was your girlfriend, she would accept your friendship, but unfortunately, I won't accept that. I don't have a male friend who is very close to me, and I feel that my interactions with my male friends are still within reasonable limits. So whoever becomes my boyfriend, I can guarantee he won't feel anxious or jealous, because I'll definitely take care of his feelings, but I'll also demand the same from him. I don't want to be jealous of his friendship with other girls. I'm sorry if I've been talking too much, but that's my explanation. I hope you can understand my decision. Jungkook had been silent the whole time, but he continued to gaze intensely at her, until finally, a faint smile appeared on his lips. That's not a big deal for me, Yin. I just need to keep my distance from her, right? Maintain some distance? Then I'll do that. Are you sure? Are you sure she'll accept it? Don't you need to talk to her first? Don't joke. Why would I need to talk to her first? I have the right to make my own decisions without consulting her. What right does she have to dictate my life? If I'm going to keep my distance from her because I'll have a girlfriend, of course, that's my full right. And I don't need to compromise about it with her, because I make decisions for myself. But haven't you considered her feelings? What if she secretly likes you all this time? I don't know, and she's never said she likes me. And even if she does like me, the problem is, I don't like her. I like you, Yin. I'm curious. How did you get close to her? When did you two become close? It was just by chance. She went to the same high school as me, and now we're in the same class in college. That's the extent of our relationship. So, when we first started college and hadn't met our other friends yet, we already knew each other because we went to the same school. That's it. Oh, I see. But we're still not officially dating right now. Why not? Isn't it clear enough? I have no problem at all staying away from her. That's what you say. I'll observe you for a week to see if you can really keep your distance from her. If I see your actions and words aren't in sync, then, of course, I don't want to date you. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to make you two enemies. What I want is for you to keep your distance and change your behavior. To not be as close to her as before. Because, well, if you already have a girlfriend, you shouldn't be close to other girls anymore. You can still interact and communicate as long as there are other people around, not just the two of you alone like before. Alright, my lady, I'll prove it to you. Hearing that, Yin could only smile. She couldn't help but blush, which only made Jungkook more smitten with her. It's been a few days since then, and Jungkook has proven that he now keeps his distance from Hannah. Jungkook even proudly displays his closeness with Yin. He often invites Yin to have meals in the cafeteria, although Yin still refuses his invitations. He also doesn't hesitate to approach Yin's table just to chat for a while, even though Yin hasn't officially accepted him as her boyfriend yet. Of course, Jungkook's actions like this raise many questions from their classmates, like whether they're dating or not. Hannah, in particular, is the most curious one. Jungkook, are you dating Yin? We will be dating, but she hasn't given her answer yet. Oh, I see. I need to return the book to the library from yesterday. Do you want to come with me? Sorry, Hannah. It seems that from now on, we can't be like before. Besides, I'll be dating her soon, so I think it's not appropriate for me to be close to another girl while I'm in a relationship. Does that mean you're starting to avoid me? Yes, and please understand, I wasn't dating before, but now it's different. I don't need to explain further, but I'm sure you understand. With that, Jungkook walked away, leaving Hannah stunned without even looking back. It seems there's nothing Jungkook needs to worry about anymore, or maybe he just doesn't want to worry, because for him, the most important thing now is how to gain Yin's trust. So, do you still not believe me? Surely you've witnessed it for a week now. Alright, we're officially dating now. Jungkook couldn't hide his happy smile. He immediately took one of her hands resting on the table, gently stroking it. Thank you, Yin. Yin simply nodded softly, smiling as she looked at Jungkook.